What's going on, blue collar businessmen? The last couple of weeks we've been talking a lot about, having our wives support us, the things, we need in order to do what we need to do in our business, right? In order to get to the level we want to get to. So guys, if you want your wife to support you and support you fully, there's three things that you need to be able to do. The first one is you need to have a vision. That vision has to be very clear in your mind. And you have to be able to see how far out you want to go, how big you want to go, or how small you want to go. But if you want to go big or bigger, you got to have a big vision to go with that. You can't have a small vision with a big destiny. It doesn't work like that. The second thing you got to do is you got to be very clear. You got to be very clear on your goals and how you're going to get there. You need to set specific dates on on what you want to reach and by when, what that may be. And you need to, with that clarity you have and being that clear, you're going to be able to see, okay, this is point A, point B in my vision. Where I am right now, I need to be very clear on how I'm going to get there and what I'm going to do, and set some real goals on how you're going to get there. Doesn't mean it's always going to work like that, but you need to have some real goals set in order to get from point A to point B, right? And the third thing you have to be able to do is you have to be able to communicate it. If you don't have your vision in line, you're not very clear on your vision, there's no way when you go to communicate what you want out of life to your wife, there's no way she's gonna be able to see it. If you don't have a vision and is not clear, there's no way she's gonna be able to see it when you communicate to her. So that's the third thing. You gotta be able to communicate your vision with clarity in order to get the buy-in that you're looking for. At the end of the day, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for buy-in. It's a support, right? So that's why you got to have the vision. You got to be very clear about what you want, because that clarity is going to enable you to communicate exactly what you need and what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go. But if you don't have those things in order and in line, there's no way that she's going to be able to follow you, because she's looking for, okay, well, what does that mean? The details of it, right? So you want to go from here to here, but you can't show me and you're not clear in your own head where you want to go. So guys, I'm gonna put this all off on you. You need to be very clear, and in your communication that's going to show if you're clear or not. So if you can't clearly communicate your goals and your dreams for your business and for your family, there's no way you're gonna be able to get your wife to buy in, because how is she going to buy into something that you can't even see? You got to be able to see it way before you get there. Because there's no way, if you can't see it now, there's no way anybody else is going to be able to see it, because it's in your head. You got to bring the thoughts and your ideas that's in your head out through your mouth for someone else to see that picture. Because the picture is not built yet, right? You haven't painted the picture. You got to be able to paint that picture so they go, oh, that's what you're trying to do. Wow, that's really cool. How can I help? And how do we align our dreams? Because your wife may say, my dreams for the house and for our family is I just want us to be together, do things together, support one another. You're like, well, mine too. So how can we make those match up with the business and what she's trying to do? See, if you can't clearly communicate those things because you have no vision, there's no way anybody else is going to get in a train. The same thing goes for your employees, right? The guys that work for you. You may have 1099 employees. How are they going to buy off into what you're trying to get them to do if you can't even clearly communicate your vision for the day, right? If you can't clearly communicate the vision that you see getting done today, how are they going to be able to get it done? How do they even know what to get done? The same thing goes when you're trying to get your wife to buy in on you. And a lot of times you want to blame your wife for not wanting to buy in on your dreams and your business. Well, guess what? The problem starts with you, because you haven't been able to see the vision clearly yourself. And that clarity won't come through until you see that vision, and then you have the clarity, and then you're able to communicate it out with ease and effectiveness that everybody goes, oh wow, that's what you wanted from me. So really take a step back, take some time to really think about it. And this, guys, the hardest work you'll ever do is thinking. Doing the work that y'all do is easy and y'all do it all the time. That's easy. But y'all run from thinking. And thinking's the way you're going to get from working every day really hard to the business that lets you go have the time with your family that you want and the legacy that you're trying to create. So you think, okay, this is my vision. I've got a job right now, but I want a business. I want to have employees so I can take a vacation, right? And not have to worry about it, and it still runs and I still make money. Well, how do you communicate it to your wife? That's what you're trying to do, right? How are you going to communicate that when you're trying to hire people that you don't have to worry about when you go off? So if you can't clearly communicate what you want out of life, your vision and your dreams to your wife, there's no way you're going to be able to communicate that to the guys that help you. There's no way. They go hand in hand. So really think about your vision and get very clear about it, what you want, about when you want it, so you can set yourself some very realistic goals. Are unachievable. Let's take that back. Let's not do realistic goals. Let's do goals that you think may be impossible. Set impossible goals out there, because you know what? If you set some impossible goals, you're going to have to work a lot harder and start thinking a lot harder. And that's where y'all need to get to, is thinking a lot harder. Like, how do I get this? How do I get my family to buy off on what I'm doing to go to the next level when we're just getting by or we're making enough? How do I get the guys that work for me to buy off? How do I find the right type of people? Because if you can first be very clear with your vision and what you want and be able to communicate that to your wife very effectively, you're going to start being able to clearly communicate that to the type of guys that you want to work for you. Because you can't do one without the other. So get very clear on that. Start thinking a lot more. It's not going to hurt you, I promise you. You may see some smoke come out your ears every now and then because you haven't done some thinking like that in a while, but I promise you, it's going to help you in the long run. And yeah, that seems kind of hard, but it's the truth. So be clear, set that big vision, and then communicate it. And then see where the road takes you. You might be surprised where it takes you. So enjoy your day. It's a beautiful day here. I'm doing some thinking while I ride. That's where I do all my thinking at. So anyways, guys, hope you have a wonderful day. Set those goals, set the vision very big. Be very clear on how you're going to get there. Even though that might not be the way you get there, at least you have some ways to get there. And then communicate it. Communicate it and keep moving forward. That's the best you can do each and every day. Give it your best. Don't just halfway do things. That's not going to get you where you want to get to. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see y'all later.